Right, welcome back. This is going to probably, well, this is going to be part two of looking round the minis or showing you the minis that I've got in the garage. Some of you wanted to obviously see them, so I'm just going to show you what I've got. Right, next up we've got Charles. Now, the Mark III Cooper S is called Eddie, and we just thought it would be funny at the time to call the GT Charles. Charles and Eddie. Some of you get it, some of you won't, and it just kind of stuck. So yeah, this is Charles. It's 1975 1275 GT in damask red. Now, I actually love this car. For some reason, for a clubman, I know the insides are exactly the same as a saloon mini, but it just feels bigger. It just feels a bit more roomy. I don't know why, but I love it. I love the colour. I love the wheels. It's just... So, if any of you know, the 1275 was British Leyland's replacement, or was it? Yeah, the replacement for the Cooper S. John Cooper and British Leyland had some sort of argument. That they didn't want to use him anymore, so they thought they'd design their own sort of next best thing, and the 1275 GT was born. Now, as owning a Mark III Cooper S, and obviously owning 1275 GT, I can tell you now the power difference is really bad on the GT. It's just it's basically a 1275 cc engine, badly tuned in my opinion, and it's single carb. It's all right, you know. It doesn't do anything for me. So at some point, I do want to get the engine out, get it into Swift tune. Either get, I definitely have better stuff put in, a better cam, and so on. But I would convert to a Weber, and if not, then a twin carb, just to give me that bit more power. But it's a lovely car. I love it. Now, it's looking very sad because it's just been covered up for 5 years. It just literally needs a polish, or wash and a polish. So what did I do to it? So when I bought it, it had to have a whole new front end, some welding bits here and there. I think it had seals. I can't remember. That was done in 2015. So it's had a full respray inside and out. The engine did have a sort of strip down and rebuild, but it wasn't, you know, there was no tuning bits added to it. It was just it was smoking a bit, so it just had just a basic strip down. So let me just set the camera down, and then I'll open up the boot, bonnet and doors, and then I'll show you around the rest of it. Right, so obviously in the boot, single tank, standard issue boot mat cover, and rear wiper, which works. I don't know why it's got a rear wiper. I don't think they were standard. I'm not 100% sure, but the wiper works. People always comment on the number plate, HOD 41N. Perfect for a HOD carrier back in the day, maybe. So the wheels, obviously it would have come with, so they're 12-inch wheels, so it would have come with at the time, it was the year after the Denevos, you know what I mean. The run flats, so it would have just had basic steel wheels from factory and the hubcaps, and so I'm in contact with the original owner because I was unsure about the wheels. He actually had them fitted from dealer, so they're a dealer option. I've never seen them before. Didn't like them at first, but they grew on me and I love them now. I did have them refurbed about 6 years ago. And then obviously under the bonnet, loads and loads of room, bit dusty. But yeah, it's gutless in my opinion compared to the other cars, you know. It's just, it needs something more, just needs something more. But I will give this a good clean and bring it back to the clean standard it was, but it's literally been covered for 5 years. And then what I love most about this car is the interior. So it's got pretty much matching interior inside to outside. So it's obviously got the burgundy seats, carpets, door cards, and I don't know if you can see this, but those rubbers, door rubbers, they are actually burgundy on the inside and black rubber on the outside. Original steering wheel. Apart from having a few panels and new carpet, all the seats, door cards, dash, steering wheel are all original. I've never wanted to do anything different inside this car. I just think it's beautiful. Beautiful, eh? And I love driving it. If I'm driving like a granny. Now I've got a bit of a predicament. So I've got too many cars, not enough space in the garage, and with the car number 7 that I've got to bring into here, it leaves me with no space in the front of the garage to do work on the car. Because what I normally do, I have 5 cars in this area, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 where I'm standing, and I put a sheet up across where the orange line is, and then then it allows me to do work on a car and not get all the others dirty and so on. So I've got too many cars and I've got to get rid of one. So the 2 options of getting rid of cars is obviously the 1275 GT or the van. And of all the cars, the van gets used less, and I will go through why that is. And it was more of an investment when I bought it, so I'm gonna give you a walk around that car because I don't want to sell it, but I've got to sell it to allow me to do more work on the cars. I've lost my nan's garage because she sadly passed away 6 months ago. So I've had to clear that out, and now all cars have got to be here. I have gone through with Lucy to see if I can extend the garage, but she's not keen on the idea. You know, it's a bit cheeky, I suppose, because I've got a garage that will fit 10 minis in, but I also want to work on them. So yeah, so anyway, so yeah, I'll go through the van in a bit, but yeah, that's the 1275 GT. It will come out probably in the next year. I might try and get it ready for next mini season, and then once I've got enough money, get the engine out and send it off to Swift Tune for a little bit of a power update or upgrade, and enjoy the car again. But yeah, that's it.